So my name's Linnea. I have tried to do a live video before and it didn't work out. If you've watched that one, I'm really sorry for you. I did get a new phone since then, so we're hoping that this one works a little bit better. I'll also pre-warn you that I haven't been feeling good the past few days, and there has been like this crazy stomach bug going around all the girls in my clinical. Like about half of us were out yesterday, so that's kind of crazy. So if I'm not my normal chipper self, that's why. Okay, so this class is all about having a chemical-free home and a chemical-free life. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you probably know by now that I've dealt with autoimmune diseases, Lyme disease, and parasites, probably since I was like 8 years old. So I've learned a lot in life, and I've really been forced to be aware of like every single change that happens in my body. And I started noticing about a year ago that some of the things that I was exposing myself to, especially my makeup and my cleaning products, were sending me into flares. I remember when I was living in the Netherlands, there was this one moment where I tried to clean like mold off of or mildew out of our shower, and I thought I was going to die from how sick I felt from using that cleaning product. It had ammonia in it, so that. But anyway, I really had to learn to eliminate not only toxic products, but also toxic people and toxic foods from my life. And it's not an easy change to make. Like, it takes baby steps. But one of my all-time favorite people once told me that I was lucky that my body couldn't tolerate toxins, because it meant that God only wanted me to use the purest things that he put on the earth. And that really resonated with me and kind of switched my mindset to thinking of getting rid of things as something that was negative to something that was positive. So I really believe that that can be said about each of us. Anyway, the real changing point in my life happened when I plateaued with my Lyme treatment in October. And that's when I finally took the last steps to change all these aspects of my life. And I realized if I really wanted to be vibrant and healthy, I needed to stop ignoring what was in my products and start caring about it and getting rid of them. And actually, I got so freaked out that I threw everything in the trash can and put it in the dumpster before I could think about it twice. And that was not the best plan of action because I didn't have any replacement products yet. So I went like a good week without makeup and without washing my hair. It was really gross. But hey, I had no headaches, so whatever. Anyway, of course you don't have to be that extreme. It's probably best to do it in baby steps. Just get rid of one thing a day or a couple things a week. Whatever works for you. The important thing is that you take control of this. And that's all fine and dandy maybe, but what if you're not getting sick or you don't notice the effects of products that you put on your body? Well, realistically, there are toxins everywhere in most every common product that we use. And I'm not sure how you realize really how good you could feel without them, because you've probably never been without toxins. And we will never be fully without toxins because they're just in our lives. But you could feel a lot better, I'm assuming, by getting rid of the ones in your home. So are chemicals really that bad? The short answer to this is yes, absolutely. The long answer is our skin is our body's biggest organ and our first line of defense. So anything we're putting onto our skin is going to take 2 minutes to enter our bloodstream and about 20 minutes to reach every single cell in our body. I mean, that is crazy to me. Every cell in our body. And the worst part is we have no idea how they might be affecting us. So for years and years, I would go into the hair salon and I'd get my hair cut and I'd feel so pretty. And then I'd get a migraine 2 hours later. And I just accepted this as normal because it was normal for my life. Okay, whatever, I just get migraines when I go to the hair salon. And I mean, if you guys are migraine sufferers too, there are so many different things that can cause migraines. It gets exhausting thinking was it the shampoo I used? Was it the cheese I ate? But really I should have seen that and documented that as something that happened every time. But these chemicals might be contributing to your headaches or migraines, to fatigue, even to asthma or hormone imbalances. And this happens because toxins are huge stressors to our bodies. So eventually we reach this point where our bodies become so polluted they can't properly defend themselves or function as they should. And it gets even sadder because there are over 100,000 chemicals currently in commercial use in the US. So 100,000 chemicals that are available to be in our products. And over 60,000 of those are approved for consumption. So for like ingesting. That's scary. And the average person has 700 synthetic chemicals in and on their body. And I read somewhere that newborn babies already have like 200 chemicals in their body when they're born because of everything that, not when they're born, but after they're born, because of everything that we're exposed to so early on. So really, when you think about it, it's no wonder that 50% of men and 30% of women have cancer. And it's no wonder that 24 million Americans suffer from autoimmune disease and 350 million Americans suffer from depression. I mean, that is sad that we are accepting that as a normal way of life. It's not normal, and truly we can do something about it, even if it just means starting with getting rid of chemicals. Hi, Darcy. Good to see you. So none of this is meant to scare you. It's meant to empower you, and you can make changes in your home and your life. So that's really exciting. Like, yes, chemicals and toxins are scary and they can be harmful and they can override our body and make us prone to disease, but we can do something about that in our lives and in our homes. So the next few things are just 7 chemicals to get out of your house as soon as possible. In my opinion, well, they were the worst they affected me the worst. So that's why I'm going through those. And just keep in mind, like, that's 7 out of 100,000 that we could be exposed to. So yes. And after the video, I'm just going to post an information sheet about specific items that you may not realize have toxins in them and how to replace them. Okay, so the first chemical is my personal enemy and causes migraines for me. It's called fragrance, but it could also be called perfume on labels. And basically, fragrance is a label for a bunch of different chemicals all mixed into one fragrance. And I remember reading this on labels and I would think like, oh, this is so good for me. Like, it has no toxins in it. But I didn't realize that fragrance could actually be a toxin. And that's actually why hair salons get me, because there's so much fragrance in all of the shampoos. And, you know, when you walk into a hair salon, it's just kind of overpowering, the smell. And I guess it was just like way too much for my system to handle. And there's actually new research coming out, this kind of freaks me out, that fragrance is the modern day secondhand smoke. That's what it said in one article I read. That's pretty scary to me, that we could be breathing that in and not even realizing that it's harmful to us. But listen really closely, because these are the things that just a couple of things that it's known to cause. Asthma and respiratory distress, allergies, headaches, migraines, and it's a hormone disruptor. So that's pretty bad. And it might be in your hand soap, lotion, shower products, cleaning supplies, hand sanitizer, dish soap, laundry soap, toothpaste. It can be in so many things, and it's really sad. So, quick rant about laundry. I don't know if I just mentioned that, but it can be in your laundry detergent. And laundry is one of the most toxic places in your household because there's over 100 volatile chemicals that are emitted from doing laundry. And so we're inhaling that and we're wearing it in our clothes. And like, I don't even want to get started on dryer sheets, but if you're using those, make those your first priority to get them out. Like, please. You can use like wool balls instead, and put like an essential oil on it, purification or something, and that works just as well and doesn't make you feel bad. And just a general hint for while we're talking about everything, if something says in your house that it's not safe for consumption, or call poison control if consumed, it's probably not a great idea to put it near, in, or on your body. I know we've kind of accepted that also as sort of just like a thing that happens in life, but I think it's really important to kind of like reconsider and just say, okay, like it should not be safe for me to have something that I can't consume on my body when it can get into my bloodstream in 2 minutes, just by touching my skin. So, moving on. Sorry for that rant. It just freaks me out. So the second chemical that I want to talk about is called sodium lauryl sulfate, also called SLS. And this is a foaming agent. So that basically means that it makes things foam. So anything you can think of that foams, like shampoo, toothpaste, soap, dish soap, all of those things, it's probably in those products. And honestly, they put it there for no reason other than to make us feel like the product's working. Because when you think about it, like if you were brushing your teeth and you didn't have the foamy feeling, maybe you would feel like, oh, this is not making my teeth clean. Or if you were washing your hair and it didn't foam up, maybe you would feel like it wasn't making your hair clean. But get this, it's actually banned in the US, or not in the US, I wish it was, in Europe and Canada, because it is so toxic and can cause skin irritation, allergies and allergic reactions, hair loss. I know that's a big one for limeys and my friends with Hashimoto's. So if you're having major hair loss, it might be because, well, obviously because of the Lyme, but also might be because you are using this chemical in your shampoo and it's causing even more hair loss. It can also cause contamination to organs and is a hormone disruptor. And okay, did you hear that? Contamination to organs. Like, do you really want to mess with your organs by having something foam on your head? No. So watch out for that one. It's scary. They're all scary. I just don't like toxins or chemicals. Sorry if I'm freaking you out. But so then we have triclosan, which is another chemical. I don't actually know how you say that, but in a way I feel a little bit better about this one because it was really recently just banned by the FDA. But if you have any older products, you could find it in there. And it can be found in any product labeled antibacterial or antifungal, like especially hand soaps. That's a big one that it's in, and dish soaps. I was actually up at a cabin like a month and a half ago, and I freaked out because I saw it in the hand soap there, and I had just had an acute flare like 30 minutes after washing my hands, and so that made me really cranky about it. But that's also goes to show how sensitive my body is. And I know I'm a really extreme case, but when it was first introduced in 1972, it was introduced as a pesticide. So I'd rather not be putting a pesticide, on my hands and getting it into my bloodstream or to every cell in my body. That's horrible, especially because it's known to weaken the immune system and it causes antimicrobial resistance, which basically means this makes the bacteria stronger and our immune system's weaker, so that leads to superbugs. So you definitely don't want to use anything with triclosan in it. So check your soaps and make sure that they don't have that. It can also contribute to asthma, eczema, allergies, thyroid disorders, and is a hormone disruptor. So that's a lot. It can basically cause all sorts of things. It might also be in mouthwash, so check that out too. And then the fourth chemical I want to chat about is one you might already know about. It's called sodium hypochlorite. And if that doesn't ring a bell, you might better know it as bleach. So I'm willing to bet that a lot of people, maybe a lot of you watching this video, use this regularly. And I know like my grandma does. Sorry, Grandma. And it's just such a common household product. But really sadly, it can cause allergies, respiratory issues, headaches, nausea, and it can actually cause organ system toxicity. So it's just scary that it can do that to your organs, and we use it like it's no big deal. It still just makes me like angry that things like this exist in our lives, and we have to make ourselves aware of them. But also, I'm sure you've read on a bottle of bleach or whatever that ingesting bleach is corrosive to your organs. So I just think about like what might happen if it spent 2 minutes on my skin and got into my bloodstream, or as it comes in through my breathing passages. Like, what is happening when that happens? And I have decided I'm not willing to figure that out ever again, so I'm bleach free. But it also might be in other household cleaners that you have and your laundry products. Okay, so then I want to chat about formaldehyde. This one can also be labeled as urea. Hold on, I have to look at my notes for this one. DMDM, quaternium 15, or hydantoin. I think that's how you say it. And this actually really freaks me out because, as you probably know, formaldehyde is used for embalming dead bodies. And companies use it for a similar reason for the products, to make sure that they are preserved for shelf life. And I could go more into detail about this one, but the labeling gets super confusing, so I'll just tell you, initially I thought that doesn't sound very bad. Like, it stops our bodies from decaying. Why shouldn't I put that on my body? And that might just be like super naive or stupid, but that's what I thought. So I thought, well, it's probably a good thing. Maybe it can preserve my body from dying. And hey, Bethany, good to see you. So it is actually not a good thing. Surprising, I know. But it is known to cause nausea, respiratory issues, throat and gum irritation, depression, and it can cause ALS. There's been a couple studies on that. And I'm sure you guys know ALS is nerve damage. So, degenerative nerve damage that leads to death. So that's really scary, and I would be very cautious about using anything with formaldehyde in it. And actually my body wash had it in it when I checked. It was labeled as urea, or however you say that. And yeah, threw that one out first. That was scary. But it could also be in your soap, shampoo, lotion, household cleaners, toothpaste. So just get it out of here. Don't like that. Okay, and then the next chemical I'm going to talk to you about is fluoride, or sodium fluoride. And I know probably all of us have heard about how fluoride is bad, or from someone, or have seen someone get really mad over it throughout the years. And we always think like, well, I mean, it's supposed to be good for your teeth. Like, our dentists use it, our toothpastes have it. Isn't it good for us? Well, it's a main ingredient in rat poison, so I'm gonna go with no. Really, how good can it be? But it's obviously approved by the FDA because it's in our toothpastes. But I didn't know personally that they also labeled it as dangerous to ingest. So that's scary, because it's in our toothpaste. Like, we're putting it in our mouths. So it's got to be going somewhere. Like, spitting out toothpaste doesn't just get rid of everything that was just in our mouths. And we're supposed to brush our teeth for 2 minutes. Like, that's the perfect amount of time for it to get into our bloodstream. So I'm going to go ahead and say, if you're using fluoride toothpaste, it might be time for a change. Definitely, probably time for a change. This one is known to alter mood. And I read a story about this. It's kind of weird that it was used in Nazi concentration camps to make prisoners docile and easier to control. So do with that information what you will. I personally am choosing not to use fluoride and don't want to risk that. And then it's also a major hormone disruptor, hence the mood stuff as well, and could be a cause of early puberty. So that fluoride's mainly in toothpastes, but can also be found in our water supply, and that's a little bit freaky, but since I brought water up, I just want to point out that it is actually really toxic. They're saying now not to flush prescription medications or birth control or anything because those can't be fully purified. So our tap water can contain all of those things that can mess with our hormones and endocrine systems and everything. But don't freak out yet. There's good news around the corner, and I will be posting stuff about water in this group after this video if you need help finding a good filter. So, finally, the last chemical I want to chat about are parabens, and these are anything that contain like the words ethyl, methyl, butyl, propyl, and they've actually been found in breast cancer tumors. Like biopsied tumors contain these parabens. So I bet that you can guess what they affect: your endocrine system, your hormones, and they act like estrogen, like a synthetic estrogen, and our bodies accept that as if it's a normal estrogen, which causes all sorts of crazy things to happen in our body and can lead to reproductive toxicity, infertility, and cancer in men and women. And this isn't just something that like might cause cancer or who knows, maybe causes cancer. It's one of those things like it is found in cancer tissue. It causes cancer. Okay, I'm saying that with a smile, but like that's really sad. And it makes me think like it's really an emotional issue too, because I guarantee that all of us know someone who has suffered from this in our lives, and like we really love and care about them. And if we could have prevented that from happening to them in some way, I'm sure that each of us would have. And so like this is something that you can try and do to stop it now, to be preventative about cancers and hormone issues. So do that. So parabens can be found in your body washes, lotions, shampoos, in your deodorant. It's really common in deodorant and cosmetics. And I know people talk about deodorant a lot, like, oh, it has aluminum in it, it has heavy metals. Well, be freaked out that it has parabens, because that is just as dangerous. So that was only, 7 out of 100,000 chemicals that we might be using on our bodies. And I get that this information can be really overwhelming and discouraging, but now you know. And now you get to be empowered, and you get to choose what's right for your home and your body and your family. And if you want to learn more about your products, you can go ahead and download an app like Think Dirty. I know, weird name, it's fine. And you can scan your products for a toxicity rating. So usually if it's like below 3, that's a good sign. And you can keep that product in there. But if it's over 3, especially if it's like 8 or really 6 or higher, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's scary. Get it out of there. Okay, so what's the good news in all of this? Because that was just a lot of really sad facts. Well, there are products that are safe. And actually, I have almost 100% toxin-free home, except I still have trash bags that smell good. And that's just because I bought a bunch of them. So once those are gone, I'll figure out something else. But I do feel better than I have in my entire life. Like, I really am saying that. I switched all of my products, and I switched to using essential oils at the same time. And that was like the last little push I needed to get through my hump of feeling horrible. So after this video, I think I mentioned I'm going to post a sheet. It'll probably be in a couple hours because I need to eat lunch and stuff. But it'll have specific items like deodorants, water, your makeup, stuff like that, and replacements for that. And actually, we have a great replacement for bleach too, so yay. But for now, I want to focus on what you can do if you're ready to replace all of your household cleaners and beauty products. So enter the good, which is Young Living. If you can't tell, I am like obsessed with Young Living. I love their products. I love their oils. everything about them. And it is known mostly as an essential oil company. And if you've watched my other videos, you probably know that. But they actually have over 500 products that range from household cleaners to deodorants to toothpaste to hand sanitizer. They have amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. And they actually have a line called the Thieves line. So this is actually kind of what got me into Young Living, because I am obsessed with Thieves. And I love... So, okay, let me start over. So, this is Thieves. It's an essential oil. And it's named this way from apparently the 1500s when the Black Plague was going on. And there were grave robbers, or robbers stealing from the dead and dying. And they weren't getting sick, but they were wearing these herbal masks. And so they're wearing these herbal masks, and they aren't getting sick, but they're stealing everyone's stuff. And the government catches them, and they say, okay, you're not getting sick, you need to give us the ingredients to this recipe, and we'll lessen your sentence. So the thieves were like, okay. So they gave them the ingredients, and those ingredients are now in this little happy bottle. So this is seriously my all-time favorite thing ever. And Young Living has a whole line of this stuff, which is, so it's a combo of those herbs, so it promotes healing and just helps your immune system. It's so awesome. Okay, I just have to throw in a blurb here. I talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but all of these girls in my class are sick. Half of us were out on Friday, and I missed because I had a low-grade fever and was nauseous. But they had full-blown stomach bug, and I still haven't gotten it. Keeping my fingers crossed, but I'm feeling better today, and I have been using Thieves. Yay. And I have, okay, so anyway, yes, Thieves is amazing. And so these products by Young Living, their Thieves line, all of their products are infused with this Thieves oil. So not only are you using non-toxic products, you're also using products that build your immune system. And if you have autoimmune conditions, you might think my immune system's already overactive. I don't need it to be built up any more than it already is. Well, I say build your immune system because that's just kind of a known phrase. But it does more than build it. It just supports your immune system. So it will help regulate it, which is why I love it so much. So, okay, sorry. That was a whole rant. I need to figure out where I'm at. Okay, seriously. So many testimonies. Okay, I'm just going to go through the products that are some of the products that are in their Thieves line so that you know. So they have this one. This is a household cleaner, and it's concentrated. Actually, it's ultra concentrated, so you don't need very much. It's actually 1 part of this to 30 parts water, and it works amazingly. I use it on just about everything. Spray it on the counters, spray it on the toilet, clean the bathtub, everything. And so far so good. I haven't gotten salmonella after cleaning the counters with this, after having raw chicken there, so guess it works. No, it really does work. I love it. And, side note, it smells so amazing. It smells like Christmas. And I know it's past Christmas, but it really does smell like Christmas. And you can, if you like citrusy smells for cleaning better, you can put lemon essential oil or orange essential oil or whatever in it, and it will still be wonderful. Okay, so that's that. And then we have Thieves hand soap. Oh, I don't have it here. Okay, well, Thieves hand soap, it's this big, and it has a foaming pump. So, let's see, hang on. Is it available in stores? It's actually only available from Young Living's website. I'll talk about that in 2 minutes. I'm almost done. But you use the foaming hand pump, and so it foams, but it doesn't have the foaming agent in it, which is super awesome. And then they also have, let's see, toothpaste. That's good. Mouthwash. That's good. And this might be my personal favorite. They have hand sanitizer, which I used to hate. I hated hand sanitizer. It dried out my hands. It smelled like alcohol. I think it was disgusting. And I absolutely love this. It makes my hands soft, and I use it after everything. I am convinced that it is part of the reason why I am still healthy, despite working with people who drool on me all day and tiny children. And then they also have a spray, and this spray is kind of like, when I first got it, I was like, what the heck do I do with this? Like, it makes, like, it just says thieves spray. Like, what is that used for? So I actually use it. I clean my phone at night because it can get so dirty from the day. I use it like as air purifier because I just like the way it smells. And one of my friends said that her instructor uses it in her yoga class. So Sophia, if you watch this, shout out to you. That's an awesome idea. And you can use it for cleaning grocery cart handles, like anything. It's awesome. And then the last one I think I'll talk about is the fruit and veggie soak, because this was a huge one for my life just because I'm really prone to parasites right now. So if you didn't know, sorry to burst your bubble, but our produce has parasites in it. Like, you just can't get away from it. It's just what happens. If it doesn't have parasites, it has pesticides. So you're going to want to use your fruit and veggie wash. They also have a spray for your veggies, but I like the wash because I just put all of my produce in it right before I cook in a bowl. And you actually, you put like 1 teaspoon for every gallon of water. So it goes a long way. I just want to mention something about the mouthwash really fast, which is awesome. So this is super intense tasting, like, it's really intense. But it got rid of my sore throat once, just by like gargling with it once. So I'm a firm believer in the mouthwash. And that's about it. But they do have other products, deodorants, shampoos, dish soap, laundry detergent, and I mean, they're all amazing. Like, what more could you ask for than a product that builds your immune system and cleans? It's so cool. So here's, if you're interested in switching to this line or from your chemical containing products, Young Living has a Thieves Premium Starter Kit, that you can order, and it's a really easy way to get all of those. So it comes with 2 of the household cleaners, which, like I said, go a long way because you only need 1 part cleaner to 30 parts water. I'm still on my first bottle, and I got mine 3 months ago. So, and it also comes with 2 hand soaps, 2 of the sprays, 2 of the hand purifier, or skin, whatever it's called, hand sanitizer, and and it comes with the Thieves Essential Oil, the big bottle, and Stress Away Essential Oil, which, I mean, some of you probably don't really care about essential oils, but hey, trust me, you're going to want Stress Away. And then, let's see, you will also get a membership to Young Living, which gives you 24% off of all of their 500 products. So that's really exciting, especially if you're going to do like a gradual switch, and you can then switch your shampoo, and then you can switch your laundry detergent, whatever you want to do. And you're switching to something that's toxin-free and builds your health. Like, sorry, I just love it. I'm sorry if I'm like really pushing this, but it has been life-saving to me. I love washing my hands. Like, I love washing my hands, and before I would always feel like so weird about washing my hands. It was weird. Okay, that was probably way too much information, but it's fine. So anyway, Young Living, for those of you who are already enrolled with Young Living, they also have a program called Essential Rewards. So you can get a Thieves Reward Kit with that, which basically means you can get up to 25% back in rewards, like in free points, and the 24% off membership stuff. So you're getting a ton of money back. And like, I personally just placed $100 order, and I got it completely 100% free. That's cool. I paid for shipping, but it was like $4.99, so $5.99. Don't know. But whatever. It was awesome. And you might think like chemical-free life is so expensive, but really it isn't. Like, we call it switching and ditching or transfer buying. Instead of buying stuff at the store, just buy it off of Young Living, and really you're getting points back. You're getting 24% off. You're actually like likely saving money. So it's amazing. I've said that like 20,000 times because it really is. And last but not least, if you don't have a kit, one of the either an essential oil kit or a thieves kit, and you're ready to get one and want to join my organization, we have an awesome Facebook group that's exclusive for our organization, and you can ask questions. There's like recipe posts, there's retreats, there's so many just cool things. And I'm getting more and more people who have like Lyme disease and autoimmune stuff going on in my personal organization. So we'll be doing a lot of info classes about different diseases and how to use oils and products for that coming up. But really, you get so much for like making your home chemical free. Not only do you get your home chemical free, like you get all of these different products for like, I think it's $160. So you get all of those. And this month, actually, it also comes with a free lemongrass essential oil. And for those of y'all that don't know about lemongrass, it is also amazing for building your immune system. Last night, my husband made me lemongrass soup because I wasn't feeling good. And like 10 minutes later, I felt amazing. So I'm all about the lemongrass. Okay, that's it. I'm going to put a link up for you to enroll in. And you can either enroll right now or whenever you need to. But if you have any questions, you can feel free to comment on this thread. You can send me a message, call me, whatever you feel like. And I'm just super excited for you. Like, you now have tools to feel empowered and take control of your own health. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'll help you in any way that I can. And the information sheet that I'm going to post about other products, those are not going to be, most of them are not Young Living affiliated. So if you think I'm just doing this to like be all about Young Living, I'm not. I'm trying to give you like the best products in the best way. So I do have great products that aren't Young Living, but it would take forever to go through like every single brand and every single one. So that's why I'm going to post an info sheet on it. So yes, I'm so happy for you, and I'm happy to answer any questions. I absolutely love doing this. I love talking to people about their health. And that's it. There is a toxic bingo on the Facebook page, and I'll leave it up until midnight tonight. And I'm going to draw 2 winners for a special little thing that I'll mail to you. So that's all. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy and that you feel empowered to make yourself a chemical-free home. Okay, bye.